All right, this is pass protection. I wanted to talk about this because the guy that was here I thought was a really good coach. I thought this guy was the toughest guy. He just got a job with the Bears, I want to say. I think he went back to the Bears. The whole line coach from Notre Dame. And so typically with this, I talk about pass protection. I think some of you guys have probably heard this, but let me talk about this real quick. With pass protection, we get fan duel, we get slide. Those are really what you get. So like if we're a 3-4 team and we're going to be fan duel protection, our offense now is going to be fan duel, right? Because we've got some pro guys coming into our offense, right? The fan duel mindset is, hey, as the O-line coach is, hey, I'm going to block the guys. I'm going to block the threats, okay? I think the more college type people that we play, the more kind of spread people we play, they put shit on quarterbacks, right? I'm going to get the ball out. So I think it's some of that. All right, so this is fan duel, right? So like say, for instance, if it's 2x2, right, and there's an F and there's a B right here, and we're in a tight front. Fan duel means, or the way we would look at it is, they're going to block the most angles, right? So these two right here are sorting out. I'm going to block the 4-eye and the hoop, right? These two are sorting out. I'm going to block the 4-eye and the hoop, right? The center is blocking the nose, okay? And so if these guys are at apex and all this and walked out and the safety's high and they're not a threat, right? This is the most dangerous threat. And so we call this a solid. So the duel is a fan or a solid, all right? So they're going to solid to this guy. And then the back over here, he is your duel. He's working from here to here. Okay, so that's mainly what we get, all right? We'll get that. Now, let's say, for instance, you walk a guy up. Let's say you walk a guy up. They will go from a solid to a fan. Right? So let's say it's like this, and let's say we're going to walk this guy up, and let's say he's coming down. So now the threat went from him to him. So now they're going to fan this. This side stays the same. Okay, so this is still solid to this side. This is fan to this side. All right, so now the back has got this guy right here to this guy. Okay. So here's the bottom line with fan duel. Right? If you want to rush, show in. If you want to rush out, show in. Right? If you want to rush in, show out. Okay? Right? And so, like, say for instance, like in this picture right here, I remember, so we played Iowa, and they were what I figured to be a fan duel team. And it's kind of embarrassing to admit this, but you know, we wanted to run like Jay's insert. We wanted to run an A-gap hit in there, and it's 3rd and 3 or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, you know, we can time it up. Why don't we just line them up there? I mean, screw it. Let's just line them up. It's a quicker path. We get up on that back right now and all that. And so we walked them up. And so we're in a tight look, and we walked them up like this. And all we told them to do was go to solid. You know what I mean? Right? And so what we should have done was walked them up to rush out. You see what I mean? Okay? Like the coverage that DJ runs, the quarter 2x2 and the 3x1 playing fire zone, that's the best way to do it. Right? If it's a true drop back pass team. I mean, the RPOs and the constraints constrain you from doing that. But if you were to walk up, right, and then bail those guys out, right, you're buying the O-line and the edges are coming clean. And, I just watched that vacation we went out in Utah. I didn't go skiing or nothing, so I broke down the New Orleans Saints defense, you know what I mean, in the room, drinking wine or whatever else. So the Saints ran quite a bit of that, what do you guys call that two-sky coverage, or the edge pressure, right? Playing quarters. Yeah, they ran it quite a bit. No, the double or outside edge, and then 2x2 playing quarters.
Swill.
Yeah, swill. Saints got a lot of mileage off that. Okay, so, all right, so if this was fan duel, okay? So like anytime it's 2x2 and there's a tight end in the core, they're going to fan that side, okay? Because there's a big on the line of scrimmage. So they're going to fan, six-man protect, so he's releasing. So they're fanning him, all right? And then they're, depending on if he's walked out, they're going to work here, so this is still solid. right? You've got the opportunity now to rush that, okay? Now, you know, if it's 3 by 1, right, it's going to be the same thing. So if it's 3 by 1 over here, and you got all of this, right, depending on what's over here, right? So like if we're not showing it, and a lot of times even if you show it, if it's a nickel, if you're showing it with a nickel and it's capped, right, they're still gonna solve it. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna say, you know, because let's say this, because when you fan it, when it's true fan, I mean, you know, damn it if that's center and the nose all by himself, one-on-one. You know what I mean? So there's going to be O-line coaches going to say, you know, we're going to fan it if we need to fan it. You know what I'm saying? Right? If that's a big over there and a big over there and they're both walking up and we're a fan dual team, that's going to be fan, okay? But if that's a big over there and that's a nickel over there, there's some people you got to check the tape to see, you know, they're not going to fan that nickel. They're going to say, you know, the back's got to block somebody, right? And keep it in the whole thing, okay? So sometimes you don't get fans and nickels. If you got a big over there, they'll fan them, right? But so this would still be a solid here, and they're going to fan this way, okay?